And my name is Daisy.
My name is Liz.
Brianna.
My name is Chris.
And that is Brittany. Introducing demographics and economics. Here we have the population slide, and here you see a picture that's going to support the evidence that we have integrated into the slide. So the first bulletin point, we have 25,328 in 13.9 square miles. Once again, this is the city of Norco, so everything will be directed towards that. The second bulletin point is average age, which is about approximately 41 years old. Third statistic we have is the 55%, which is male, and 45%, which is female. And then the fourth would be 50% white, 3% black, 4% Asian, 39% Hispanic. And then last but not least, we have the 30% that speak English and 44% that speak another language, such as Portuguese, Spanish, and so forth. And then our next slide, socioeconomic. Here we have an image stating that this is the city of Norco at one of their parades. Starting out with our information, we see that the median household income is approximately $120,636. The unemployment rate is approximately 2.4%. The education level is approximately 13%, which would consist of no degree, 33%, which would be high school, 33% is some college, 14% is a bachelor's, 7% is post-grad. Housing conditions, ADU legislation program, Fair Housing Council, foreclosure prevention, rental assistance, Section 8 housing, which is all resources that can be provided. And then last but not least, the access to healthcare. Approximately 95.1% have health coverage, and the rest do not. And then here is our access to services. On our first tier, we see Seniors on the Move program, which consists of free door-to-door transportation for seniors, veterans, and disabled residents. On our second tier, we see services that include grocery shopping, medical visits, and errands within a 30-mile radius. Our third tier, we see Community Center, which offers activities such as basketball, creativity camp, dance, pickleball, and Tai Chi and Kung Fu. And then our fourth tier, we see the Rose M. Eldridge Senior Center, which is a recreational center that provides self-enrichment programs for residents who are 50 plus. And then our last tier, we see the Health Food Access, which consists of the presence of local farmers markets and grocery options supports with healthy eating. The images that we have provided consist of the transportation images. The second image would be just a little insight of what could be like a rodeo, like an extracurricular activity. And then our last image would be a flyer of the farmers market supporting the evidence that we have also placed in. Next slide.
Okay, looking into the environmental safety when it comes to Norco. Okay, the neighborhood safety in Norco has about 0 murders. They have a violent crime rate that is about 16.3, which is lower than the national average, such as rape, assault, and robberies. The property crime is about 37.7 higher than the national average, such as theft and burglaries. And then the citizens of Norco feel very safe, with 78% and 22% say they are pretty safe in Norco. Here's a short video.
Inside a Norco liquor store, a would-be robber coming through the door, pointing a gun, the store owner waiting with his own firearm, shooting that would-be robber. Eyewitness News reporter Jessica DeNova tells us what happened next.
I'm just relieved. I'm relieved.
Employees at the Norco market say they can work in peace after hearing the suspects behind this attempted armed robbery early Sunday morning are in custody of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. The hours leading up to the arrest tormenting.
Every time the buzzer goes off, it's scary because you don't know who's at the door.
Workers and customers praising the owner of the business, Craig, for his quick action.
What if he wouldn't have been as quick as he was? You know,
it could have been him.
Craig is recovering from a heart attack, but living after this blood-pumping scene.
The sheriff's warned us that this had been going on in the area recently and to just be on your toes, you know, so he was on his toes. Thank God.
Workers here say the owner saw it in the monitors, the SUV back in, men en masse with firearms step out.
He just prepared himself, you know, he's always prepared as far as like weapons go.
Surveillance video shows one of the suspects enter the store armed, the owner ready with a shotgun. Following a single blast from the owner's firearm, cameras outside capture the suspect's frantic screaming. The driver taking off in such a hurry, the group almost leaves one person behind.
Once he saw that they were gone, he started to feel pain, chest pain.
Monday afternoon, Eyewitness News gave Craig and people at this store the update from deputies. They found the 4 suspects, one of them hospitalized with shotgun wounds, earning the owner here a new nickname.
Quick Draw McGraw. That's his name for me now.
And we're also told that that SUV they were in is stolen and was filled with stolen firearms.
Okay, and after that short video, we go over to the environmental quality. So the air quality is considered about the air population and poses little to no risk in Norco. The water quality is compliance of 109 chemicals tested and 19 chemicals were detected, and 1 chemical found exceeded their MLC. There is a presence of environmental hazards such as industrial sites, waste disposals, and etc. There is also a green space, which consists of parks accessibilities, which is really high in demand in this area. There's about like 10 parks, as well as having hills and riverbeds, so you can go hiking in, as well as having a rodeo arena and a baseball and a soccer field.
Norco's disaster assessment. Disaster preparedness. Assessment of community emergency plans. There's a presence of warning systems and evacuation routes. There is historical data on past disasters and community responses. Vulnerability assessment. This includes the identification of vulnerable populations, such as elderly, disabled, or those suffering with low income. The assessment of shelters or resources for displaced individuals during disasters, and the accessibility of emergency services during crisis.
Hi, everybody. And then just a quick little interlude to emphasize more on Bree's portion on the suicide awareness. We also wanted to share a video with you regarding the Veteran Suicide Awareness 22-mile march, which according to this gentleman, I'll play it for a quick second. According to this gentleman, about approximately 22 veterans or those who are in service commit suicide each day. Therefore, there's a 22-mile march. So I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick.
Thanks so much. Can you tell us what's going on here today? Get ready to start a 22-mile run march. Okay. What is the benefit of this march today? The organization that we're representing tonight is Veteran Suicide Awareness Project. It's a project founded by Avita de los Cruz, whom her husband committed suicide and wanted to bring some awareness to the community about veteran suicide, and 22 veterans a day commit suicide. So this walk is dedicated towards them. In addition to that, it's happens to fall on Memorial Day, so it's a good way for us to get out into outside and just kind of clear our heads and just get some exercise. How many suicides do you say a military serviceman commits? 22 a day. 22 a day is the average. Yeah. Is the average of a suicide for all servicemen? Yeah. Okay. And today you guys are just bringing awareness to let them know that you guys are here, that there's help and stuff like that. That there's another solution than that. Exactly. So we just try to get folks out, and every year the group continues to get bigger. And last year with COVID, the group was a bit smaller, and some of us didn't make it out, including myself. But as the group gets bigger, it helps us to kind of spread the awareness around suicide and just Memorial Day itself and celebrate it. How many events have you guys done so far besides this one alone? You said you guys have been doing these before. How long has this been going on? That might be a better question for Avita. I think this is the seventh straight. Seventh straight one? Okay, perfect. All right, and do you have any military, family members currently with you, or are you probably military or anything like that? Yeah, so I served in Iraq in 2003 and lost quite a few, buddies, and a few of them are in my backpack today, and, just kind of a good way for me to get out and kind of clear my mind, think about them, and the whole 22 miles is dedicated to them. Is there any information you can give to any other veterans out there that might be watching this, so that they can go to for help or any type of information that they can get to help themselves in a situation like this? Absolutely. Veteran Suicide Awareness Project, you go to Google and type it. It's very easy to find. There's other organizations out there that can help you. There's a suicide watch line that you can call. Look that up on Google as well. I just kind of encourage everybody to get out and do something. And I'm a big boy. I'm 6'3", 300 pounds. And if I can do it, you can do it. Perfect. And do you have the people that you were representing today on your backpack? Can we see that if possible? Yeah. Just want to. I have most of them with my group, but okay. I do have a group picture here. So these are the guys that we lost in Iraq in 2003. Okay. Perfect. Kind of cool. If you Google it, they were actually represented on Bubba Wallace's car today. Okay. At the Charlotte 600. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it, and good luck out there today. I want to highlight Specialist Pelham too. Goes by Alex. He's one of the servicemen.
And that's just a little snippet of that video. I'll go ahead and add it on to that portion within our slides. But yeah, I just felt like it was a little bit more of importance highlighting our veteran population. And although I reside in Riverside, it's good to bring out awareness, especially when it comes to mental health. But yes, and then on to the next slide with Miss Daisy.
Communication and non-communicable disease. Health communication channels, there's health education programs, nutrition, sex ed, mental health. There's utilization of digital health resources, presence of community health promotion initiative. Some non-communicable disease data is chronic diseases are diabetes, hypertension, some behavioral risk factors. There's about 33.4% overweight and average BMI is 28.8. There's access to preventative healthcare services. As high as 94% of the residents have healthcare with clinics nearby. Some priority challenges are determined by their potential to adversely affect the overall health and well-being of the community and require immediate attention to prevent escalation. The West Nile virus in July of 2023 was a mosquito sample and 3 dead birds were tested positive for West Nile virus in Norco. West Nile virus spread to humans and animals through the bite of the infected mosquitoes. Some symptoms were fever, headache, body aches, and some neurological illness. Soil and groundwater contamination. A former military contractor's facility in Norco has been the focus of concern about cancer-causing chemicals that may have seeped into the surrounding neighborhoods.
Our primary interventions in Norco include immunizations, which are offered at various locations, such as the CVS, Rite Aid, and other health clinics in the area. There is also health education that is offered at the schools, city hall, and clinics. Our secondary interventions in Norco are going to be supporting measures such as weight loss programs and gyms, screening programs which are performed at the health clinics, and contact tracing is tracked through the schools and public health departments. Our tertiary interventions in Norco, there is a large California Rehabilitation Center, which is a prison in Norco. And there is also clinics such as the physical therapy clinics like Kinmatics and Body Basics. These are our references that we used for our project. And thank you for your time from Daisy, Liz, Chris, Bree, and Brittany.